Good morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday. So, today I have a really great topic, and it's about car loans and how do you pay for cash for cars. So, once you have your car paid off, how are you going to prepare for the next one? Because, you're obviously going to keep that car until the doors fall off. So after you get your car loan paid off, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put money in a separate account for a car fund. So you're gonna act like you kind of still have a payment, and you're preparing for the future at the same time. So I had to do some digging on this one because we have one car that's paid off and one that is not, and I had to go find out people that are debt free, how they do it, and find out the ways, the tricks of the trade of how you're going to pay for cash for a new car once yours died. So yeah, so all right, so the next thing, I got my notes here, so I had to take a lot of notes because I had to do a lot of digging, guys. So I'm pretty excited about this because it makes sense. It really does. So after you pay your car loan off, what you're going to do is you're going to put money into an account and still, as if you still had a car payment. Now, you don't have to put the full car payment in there. So if your car payment is $600, slice that in half and stick it in a car fund account. So you get used to not having that money when you have a car note. So it makes sense to put a portion of it away to invest in a new car. And so when you're ready, that money will be there, right? So once you do these, so these are really great measures that you can, put into place that don't really take a lot of effort and you don't miss it. And you can make it automatic, right? So what you want to do is you want to start good practices that set yourself up for success for later, because we know that cars, they start nickel and diming you to death. They need this, eventually they fall apart. It becomes this huge rust bucket. But you definitely want to utilize that car as long as you can, right? So good practices, they set yourself up for the future, like totally. It really makes sense. You act like you still have a car payment, and you can set yourself up for the next car. So once you get out of having a car loan, make sure that you're keeping up with your maintenance, and it will definitely make your car last. So get those oil changes, get those spark plugs changed every 60,000 miles, check your belts, keep your fluids up, all that kind of thing. Put new tires on your car, get your rotors changed, your tie rods, all that good stuff. Keep your muffler in tip-top shape. And a little bit at a time will save you from having this huge, gigantic car bill like I did. I just had a $2,000 car repair. I needed brakes all the way around. I needed rotors. One of my UV joints had a hole in it, so it was leaking oil. I needed tie rods on one side. So don't be like me and wait until it's really hard to know whether you need those things or not because they're under the car, and it's not something that we see or we know is going bad. So always get your car checked out by a professional, and they will let you know what and kind of anticipate those car maintenance. All right, so don't get trapped into the backwards thinking that you need a new car every year or you need to have a car loan. It's just the American way. It is not. Not everybody has a car loan. So, we kind of have to change our thinking that you don't need the latest and the greatest, and remember that cars are not assets. They're liabilities. They do not go up in value unless you have a classic car, something that's really rare, vintage. So you don't need this debt. Get out of the thinking that you need a car loan, because you don't. And there are many, many good cars out there that you don't have to go to a dealership to buy. Look around, due diligent. And I know I have a lot of buddies that they do a lot of trading with, you know, motorcycles, this, that, and the other thing. They will let you know who's shady and who's on the up and up too. You just kind of have to ask around, you know, hey, where's the best place to get a cheap, you know, or you know somebody, we're looking for a used car, and usually they know a guy who knows a guy, you know. So always be diligent and asking around, you know, use your friends, and a lot of car guys, they know where, they usually know where it's at, really. They know a guy who knows a guy. So, but yeah, so put these measures in place and fund your own next car before you even need it. It makes sense to me, and I think this is a great, it's really a great idea. So once you get out of your car note and you pay that off, just start chucking money and put it in a separate account. And before you know it, you may not even need it for, you know, 5 or 10 years, but gosh, could you imagine $300 a month, or even 2 times a month for 12 months times 5 years? Man, that's a lot of money. You can get yourself a really nice car. So there you go, guys. Pay cash for cars.